Hey guys, welcome back to Bounceball/Rebel Chumps channel. I want to make this video because I noticed that there has some things going on with back in the days my competitor on YouTube, Sidious Sabers. I have a rough path in the past with him. I definitely had my quarrels with him and he with me. At some point, it became name calling from both ends, and fast forward, I think 5 years now. He decided that around 3 months ago, he didn't post anything anymore. Like he was silent, and I was kind of out of the custom lightsabers collecting. Um, the way I used to do it. Like usually I would get every lightsaber under the sun just to review. But as things go, and I get to that in a second, it just for me, I mentioned that many times on the YouTube channel as well. Over time, it just became more from burdened for me, and I felt more like I'm just pleasing people to make videos about lightsabers they have interest in. So I just use my money from the wallet to purchase whatever you guys wanted to see, and that generated views. And I, of course, added advertisements on that because I couldn't otherwise like fully fund that all. But I felt like a bit like I was being used as a carrier for bringing lightsabers, and I didn't feel more anymore that I was collecting lightsabers for myself first. I was collecting lightsabers because you wanted to have a certain lightsaber reviewed from a certain brand, certain configuration, and I just got absorbed into that and want to get more and more and more, and trying to fight with Sidious sabers over the next videos, which lightsabers to review, who got more views on certain lightsaber brand and video. And after doing that a few years, trying to bring different content than him and whatnot, I just got burned out by it because financially it wasn't sustainable for me, at least. For him, it's not a problem. He's in a financially very good position, but um, it financially was a big issue for me, and I just got burned out by it. I just felt like, what I'm doing here, is this really what I want? Just get lightsabers, review them. Do they still satisfy me the same way as they should have been doing? And there was one point that he said, well, Rebel Chumps never engages with his subscribers. He never comments. And for me, one of the main reasons was that you get a lot of nasty comments from people. People think you're sponsored by a certain company, or you're talking shit about another company, or you're untruth in your opinion, or whatever you say. There's always naysayers. There's always people that have a very different, strong opinion. And you had the thumbs down squad and whatnot, and it's just a very negative place in the comment section. So I very not early on, but like 2-3 years in, I decided not to even respond to comments anymore. Just let the comments come in, plus an ups and down, and let people have the discussion amongst each other if they desire so, because it's a really tough crowd. Custom lightsaber collectors are a really tough crowd. So I noticed that Sidious Sabers 3 months ago, he kind of disappeared after his last video, and I had a hunch. I don't know why. I felt like, let me check out how is he doing, like what's going on with his videos. And he was gone. There was no new video for the last 2-3 months. I thought, yeah, maybe Corona and whatnot. And now suddenly his YouTube channel is completely gone. I can see YouTube states in the description that he actually closed his YouTube account. So I don't know if he gonna reopen it one day and come back. Is it a temporary thing or not? But after some digging further, I found on Reddit there were quite a few posts a couple of months ago where people actually actively started to ban, how to call that? They actively started to go after him because he's supposed to be sponsored by Alter Sabers and whatnot. And I already said to you guys many years ago, many times, Sidious Sabers is being sponsored by Saber Force and Alter Sabers. In one way or shape or another, 100%. And I kept saying that people talk shit about me because I wouldn't be truth, and I just jealous and whatnot. And he would fuel the fire by letting his subscribers rail against me and whatnot. And it just, I mean, it went on and on and on and on and on. But now he's at a stage where he's like kind of he's the same like me. Honestly, I think he's the same state as me. He's just fucking done with it. Excuse me for my language. He's kind of fucking done with the whole thing, and he needs a lengthy break. I knew from early on there was smoke with him, a lot of smoke, and I always said there's something with him, like mentally. There's something with him. And then he had that video about my girlfriend dumped me, and that's where I got weirded out by his thought process quite significantly, and I thought, fuck yeah, I'm completely right about him. And there were still people say, oh yeah, it's a normal reaction, you get dumped by your girlfriend, you will do that kind of stuff. And I was like, I don't know, man. But to not give a wrong impression here in this video, I don't want to shit on Sidious Sabers. I wanted to actually sympathize with him, because I think I'm one of the few people on YouTube that does the same things as he did and started at the same time as he did. I completely understand where he is at this moment and where he want to step away from and just regain his like mental well-being. Because if so many people come on you suddenly, like you have all these people non-stop asking you questions and want things on you, and companies, they're interested in you doing reviews and whatnot, and you're stoked about doing it and growing the community and doing the best for it, and you don't know it, but you actually become more and more toxic yourself as well, and becoming a gatekeeper of the hobby. You think you're doing the right thing, protecting people from spending their money on things they shouldn't be spending their money on and whatnot. And in the end, it doesn't really matter. People just go whatever they want. Despite what they say on YouTube, they do another thing in real life. So I think he's in that same boat. I just hope, if he watches this video, I don't know, but I do hope that you will just come back, and if you really enjoy continue making custom lightsaber reviews, go for it. And otherwise, maybe other types of YouTube content. I think you can do a lot of interesting stuff. You're a young guy, you have a lot of interesting stuff going on in your life, so I hope it's not the last thing we hear of you. And I hope that you just just get over that thing in your life that you go through now, because at some point in my life this YouTube channel was super important for me. That's where I got all my social friendship from, and my day-to-day communication, and I felt like I was part of something cool, a really cool, unique hobby with close relationship with all these saber companies and manufacturers and people in the hobby and globally, etc. And I felt like, yeah, I really feel like a part of something cool and interesting, and it really goes deep at some point, and you really want to, make your YouTube channel do well, and you have to, you have to play all the tricks of the book to make it as good as possible and whatnot, and naturally and unnaturally try to make it grander, bigger, better, but at some point you're so engaged and so invested in that whole YouTube space and your channel and your branding and being so involved with custom lightsabers and having these fantastic saber companies, the owners of them asking you for advices, questions, and you feel like you accomplished a lot, and you're at some point maybe you feel a bit too much, like you're an important part of this hobby and community, and you're a spokesman of whatever's being done in that community as in news and whatnot. And but once it turns around, you will notice that how quickly things turns around in the negative, and people can shit on you, and you feel like all the stuff you invested in, the money, the time, the efforts to bring that stuff, it sometimes feels like effortless, because it feels like it doesn't matter how positive you bring stuff or how good you bring stuff or how nice the edits of your videos are. People will break it down and thumbs you down, and then people get attracted to the negativity, and it's like wildfire spreading around you, and before you know it, you're the bad guy. And that's how I feel. I had that experience in the past, and I think Sidious Saber is going through that as well, and I just hope that he comes back and maybe, like me, just go into a completely different direction. Keep the channel alive. I mean, you spend a lot of time, effort, and money into bringing the YouTube content. Try to see the positive sides of it. There's always people that do like your content. Just keep it on, keep it alive. It's a nice archive of your life, a point in time of your life where you did all these things, and I think it's good to keep it on. So please keep your YouTube just active, and just try something else. Just make some other content. I mean, you definitely like to make videos, so why not go into that keep going in that direction, but try to something else that is just what you really like as well, that's just personal, where you don't have to care about views, subscribers, or whatever. You make the video, and if people watch it, people watch it. If people don't watch it, people don't watch it. That time have flown for me, and I'm like, I'm in a good position now. I'm like, whatever. So yeah, man, if you ever want to get in touch with something, I'm on Facebook. You probably still know my details how to get in touch. So just have a chat or something. No, I mean, I think I kind of feel your frustrations and whatnot. Everybody else. So yeah, I mean, it's a whole package, guys. It's everything coming together. It's just not like, oh, one person is sponsored by Ultra Sabers and whatnot, or I'm not gonna go into the details anymore. It doesn't really actually matter anymore. But I mean, give the guy a break. At this point, I changed my mind from back in the day, a couple of years ago, because I was young, not young, but still the same, but I was more eager on YouTube than I am now, and after all the experiences over the years, I'm like, that definitely got less for me, and I guess he's going through that same now, and yeah, I feel like, I think indirectly or weirdly enough, feel more bonded with him now than I ever did before. So here we go, guys. Sidious Sabers closest YouTube channel. If you want to get in touch with me, Sidious Sabers, let me know. Hook me up. Let's have a convo. Take care, man. Get well. See you next time. Bye bye, guys.